Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, this is my 2010 Ford Focus RS with 115,000 miles, and you're watching its ongoing journey to bring it back to its best. Well, it's best at an affordable cost anyway. This is video number 3 in the series, and today we're tackling some more key upgrades and repairs. I'll be replacing the oil filter housing and upgrading some of the mounting parts, reinstalling trims and wipers while I walk you through the process and share some tips along the way, and of course we'll see how it all comes together. If you're enjoying the build, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Follow along, and of course I want to hear your comments, so if there's anything you want to see more of or less of, I want to hear about it. Now let's get into it.
We've got parts, we can get into this again. So we left off, I'd taken off the suspension strut brace, sorted all that, repainted some other bits, some windscreen wipers. We've had some parts arrive today, so we can really get into this. Because really what we want to do is get this battery tray mount off. But we can't do that until we lift the car up, because we need to support the gearbox. And we can't lift the car up until we've got the strut brace back in, sorry. Okay, so today we'll get that back on, lift the car up, get the tray off, support the gearbox, get that out, put the new one in, get all the battery back in, maybe put the scuttle panel, windscreen wipers, all those other bits back in, and yeah, start to maybe we'll deal with all the plastics, get that all looking nice, change out the expansion tank. We've got some parts over here, so finally some bits have arrived. New expansion tank, new cap, new bolts for the battery box actually, some other bits. Oh, new aerial, get rid of that stubby thing up there. Just gonna have it looking nice and nice and factory. I do like the stubby aerial, don't get me wrong, it does look good. I just want to have a bit of time with it looking very factory, and then I'll probably put the stubby one back on. But hell, new battery bracket brace thing, bolts for that, little clips for the scuttle panel, very hard to find. I had to buy some kind of aftermarket ones, couldn't find a Ford original one, even with the part number didn't seem to exist anymore. Anyway, these are looking great, they've come out superb, really pleased with those, as you know. Still got to deal with all those plastics. I've bought some what's it called, G-Technic C4 off the advice of some friends who all rave about it. Get this all looking lovely again. Same with the airbox, battery box, all the other bits on the engine. But it's a bit too cold today to do it. I think you need to use it above 5 degrees. And as much as I am in a garage in here, it is not insulated. It's pretty damn cold in here. So that's going to be a job for another day actually. We'll do the plastics another day once it's a bit warmer. Let's get the suspension strut back on, bolt that down, and then lift the car up, support the gearbox and get this thing out, this dirty rusty thing. I need to get that out, okay? So let's do that. Still really pleased with the way that finish has come out, and considering it's going to be underneath all that scuttle panel, with the exception of those bits there, yeah, I'm pleased. I don't think it was worth getting that powder coated. I'm sure people have different opinions, and that's fine, but this is 115,000 mile engine on a 14-year-old car, so this is about getting it looking good again. And like I said, it's going to be in a garage for the rest of its life, so yeah, it's not really going to be out in the elements anymore. So yeah, pleased with that. Right, let's get the car up in the air. The RS has never been up on the lift, and I should, possibly not today, but I should take you around how bad these subframes are on suspension components. that we'll be pulling off. Obviously all of that will be coming off. I've got some replacement parts which are used, sorry, but they're in very good condition. I may have mentioned this before. They were off another RS that only had 10,000 miles. It was an absolute garage queen, and he just decided that he wanted brand new everything for his restoration. So I bought them off him. Anyway, let's get this up in the air. Let's get the gearbox supported, and let's go from there. That was not the car. That was my light falling. Now brace yourself, people. You're about to see probably the UK's rustiest RS. It's bad. Woo! Mama! It's bad. But don't worry, it's all coming out. I mean, look at this boost pipe. Jesus. It's all gonna come out. It's terrible. How? Just how? Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. But yeah, I just wanted you all to see it. God, that's gotta go. I mean, all of this has gotta go. Is that green? Is that normal? I don't think so. Yeah, we've got some parts to change. Right, let's support this gearbox and get that mount changed. Try and get it underneath the washer there. We don't want any more accidents. Right, I'll give that a little wee wait. Okay, we're back, giving it a wee while to soak in. Tap this on. It's now or never. See what happens. Oh, okay. Yes. It's broken free, all right. Brilliant. All right, I'll get these off and we'll come back and take a look if there's anything even more unattractive under this. Okay, all the bolts are off. Let's have a look underneath this. Oh, it just lifts up. Cool. Okay, that's not any worse than I thought it would be. So there's that old one. Nice brand new one. What do I do with all these stickers? Start peeling those off. Right, we'll get the space cleaned up. Get these little rubber grommets swapped over. Try and tackle these stickers and then just get it back on the car. Right, I've actually decided just to pull that gearbox mount out. I had a closer look at it. I could see some fractures in that bush and it was looking pretty tired. It's probably the original one. So I've actually gone to like a brand new one in there and a Powerflex polyurethane bush in there, just stiffen things up a bit. Much better, so everything's new. And in the meantime, we've also got the scuttle panel back in, the nice new looking wipers on, nice clips on. Everything's looking really nice up there now. So now all we're going to do next is just really clean down the engine and gearbox while I've got this out. Yeah, and move on from there. We'll change the oil filter housing as well, because that's leaking. So yeah, onwards we go. Right, the fiddly job I've not been looking forward to, changing this leaky oil filter housing. Here we go. Got quite a bit to do here. So new out of the box, these things don't come tapped. The dipstick holder bolts, and one goes there, one goes, I think down there or up there, can't remember. We'll check as we go, but this one's definitely going done first. So just running a tap through that, get it done properly. Yeah. So unlike some of the videos you see for people changing these on the ST, the RS uses all 3 bolts. So there's like a wiring harness that goes down at the bottom, another little bracket there, and then the dipstick at the top there. So they all need tapping out, which is fine. I could have just used the bolts, but why not do it properly? So we're underneath the car now. There's just these 3 10mm bolts to crack off. There was this other bracket that I was talking about, the bottom one that I was tapping on the oil filter housing. That was just in the way, you just got 1 bolt out obviously. And yeah, just 1, 2, 3 10mm bolts, and she's off. It's a bit fiddly, but that's fine. With that one there, and yeah, then we'll just pull her up. We've got some hoses to get off at the top. You have to cut one of the clamps and go from there. Get out, let's have a look. So last thing, got all the bolts out, attached the dipstick, some wiring harnesses, pulled that hose off there. It's just this one left with the bloody single use push on, what do they call them, butterfly or year something, I can't remember what they're called, but anyway. So out comes the trusty Dremel. Let's just cut that thing off and be on our way. We'll have to replace it, maybe get a stainless steel Jubilee or something like that. But yeah, such a pain. Why do they use this thing? Literally 2 seconds with a Dremel. Done. And she's out. Minimum spillage. Hardly anything. Get a stay of this thing. So she's leaking from up there. Commonplace, apparently. But yeah, knackered. Absolutely knackered. Let's get a nice new one in there. Right, believe it or not, that's all nice and clean now. So just giving everything a scrub down. A bit of Scotch-Brite on those contact surfaces. Clean that off. It wasn't too bad, as you can see. There wasn't that much oil, but yeah, all cleaned up, ready for the new one to go on. There was me thinking, where am I going to find one of these? I have a whole box of them. Don't even remember the things you buy sometimes. Terrible. Right, all back on. Nice new oil filter housing all in place. That's all clipped on. New filter in, obviously. New O-rings, a whole lot. Clean the bottom of the engine, it's all looking lovely again. But yeah, not too hard, just a bit fiddly. You know, there's not much room down here, but it's not that hard at all, honestly. A pretty easy job. Easy.